Attention call has just been sounded, signaling the entrance of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines. The Philippine Military Academy started with the establishment of the Academia Militar on October 25, 1898 in Malolos, Bulacan by the power of a decree issued by the Philippine Republic President, General Emilio Aguinaldo. The Academia was a school which awarded its graduates regular commissionship in the Armed Forces of the Philippines, which lasted until 20 January 1899, before hostilities between the Filipinos and the Americans erupted. On 17 February 1905, an officer school of the Philippine Constabulary was founded at the walled city of Intramuros in Manila. 3 years later, on 01 September 1908, the school was transferred to Baguio City, initially at Camp Henry T. Allen, and subsequently a teacher's camp. On 08 September 1926, the Philippine Legislature passed Republic Act 3496, which renamed the school the Philippine Constabulary Academy and lengthened its course from 9 months to 3 years, with provisions to strengthen the faculty and revise its curriculum. On 21 December 1935, Commonwealth Act No. 1, also known as the National Defense Act, was passed. The act formally created the Philippine Military Academy and authorized to confer a Bachelor of Science degree to its graduates after they successfully complete the 4-year course. The outbreak of the Second World War disrupted training in the academy. Classes of 1942 and 1943 graduated ahead of schedule, and its members were assigned to combat units of Bataan and other parts of the country. Many perished in the war. On 05 May 1947, the academy reopened at Camp Henry T. Allen. Due to the need for wider grounds, the academy moved to its present site at Fort del Pilar in Luacan, some 10 kilometers away from downtown Baguio City, and named after the young hero of Tirad Pass, General Gregorio H. del Pilar. It was developed into a military training institution with facilities and infrastructures required by a growing academy. In the 1960s, the academy underwent major changes as socio-humanistic courses were added to balance the techno-scientific disciplines with a view towards providing a well-rounded education that is relevant to the needs of a growing AFP.
With the implementation of Republic Act 7192, the acceptance of women in the Academy was introduced. With this act, the Academy made a step towards the recognition of women's status and equality. The female cadets have undergone practically what their male counterparts have been tasked to do. Although living in separate quarters, they have been accorded equal treatment and training. Today, the Philippine Military Academy remains focused on its vision to reach international standards of military academies by the year 2028, producing military professional of character, dedicated to protect and help build the nation. Its mission adheres to the philosophy that adopts a holistic view of man as body, soul, and spirit. PMA believes that future leaders can be selected, formed, and developed to their fullest potentials. Under this concept, PMA's Leader Development Program contains character development, a balanced college education, military leadership, and physical development. This total person concept is aptly captured in the PMA mission statement: to instruct, train, and develop the cadets so that each graduate shall possess the character, the broad and basic military skills, and the education essential to the successful pursuit of a progressive military career as a value-centered leader and selfless service to the armed forces of the Philippines and the nation. These young men and women in front of you, composed of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, coming from different regions of the archipelago, ranging as far north as Batanes to as far south as Tawi-Tawi. These cadets represent different levels of our society and from all walks of life. These cadets before you are the future leaders of our armed forces and our nation.
As soon as the platoons occupy their respective places, the regimental adjutant designates Alpha Company as the base company.
Yung natin, yung focus natin pag-win, kung tayo mga close-up shot. Okay. Mga pan, ganyan, hindi kayang gawin ng drone.
In a brisk manner, called the adjutant's trot, the regimental adjutant makes her way midway between the line of troops and the troop commander. In like manner, the battalion adjutants join their respective battalion staff. The regimental adjutant orders all platoon guides and sergeants to take their posts, in line with their platoons.
Galit mo pag naglilipat ng prospect.
The regimental adjutant orders the corps to present arms. The regimental adjutant faces about, salutes, and renders report to the regimental commander that the cadet corps is formed.
In a short while, the regimental commander will give a series of commands for the corps to execute. The Manual of Arms. Starting with right shoulder arms, left shoulder arms, port arms, order arms, inspection arms, and finally, order arms.
The regimental commander orders the adjutant to count the troops. After receiving the reports, the regimental adjutant faces about, salutes, and renders report to the regimental commander. Sir, the corps, all present and accounted for. The regimental commander orders the adjutant to publish the order of the day. After publishing the order, the regimental adjutant gives the command officer center march. She then proceeds to her position with the regimental staff, as cadet officers from each battalion march forward to receive instructions from the regimental commander.
Communications, orders, and disseminations must pass through proper channels. This is a practice observed in the military profession, which signifies the importance of the chain of command. Now approaching the grandstand, ladies and gentlemen, are the members of the chain of command, the officers of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines. Upon the salute of his officers, the regimental commander acknowledges, gives instructions, and directs them to proceed back to their respective posts. While inside the hallowed grounds of this great institution, the cadets must endure the challenging training. The military system characterizes and distinguishes the unique life inside PMA. It fosters punctuality, order, discipline, and respect for authority. By placing cadets in a uniform plane, it enables these young men and women to advance through self-reliance, initiative, and strength of character.
The regimental commander orders the corps to present arms, to present the corps to our guests of honor. Coast Guard Admiral Artemio Abu, Philippine Coast Guard. Commandant, Philippine Coast Guard. The audience is requested to stand. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Military ceremonial parades have been established to bestow honor to the Philippine flag, our national symbol. Recipients of awards and decorations are also accorded this honor. This is followed by the inspection of the troops, if the reviewing officer so desires. Coast Guard Admiral Artemio Abu is the 29th Commandant of the Philippine Coast Guard and is a proud member of PMA Tanglaw Diwa class of 1992. He was born on October 20, 1967 in Ilocos Sur, Malvar, Batangas. Before entering the academy, he took an engineering course at Batangas State University. He pursued a postgraduate degree in Dalhousie University in Canada, specializing in marine management, and also took some units at the College of Law at Adamson University. Before he was appointed as the Commandant, Admiral Abu was entrusted with various responsibilities through different major positions. Ladies and gentlemen, trooping in line before you is our guest of honor, Coast Guard Admiral Artemio M. Abu, Philippine Coast Guard, Commandant, Philippine Coast Guard. He is accompanied by the Superintendent of the Philippine Military Academy, Lieutenant General Erwin S. Tolentino, Philippine Army, and by the Regimental Commander, Cadet First Captain Joshua Adrian T. Gonzalez, CCAFP. In 2021, Admiral Abu was recognized in the field of Coast Guard operation, the highest recognition given to a PMA alumnus for outstanding achievements in their field of endeavor. He is a loving husband to Mrs. Carlota Vergara and a devoted father to their 4 children, Kevin Paul, Carissa Pamela, Kurt Patrick, and Karina Paula. Looking back at history, trooping the line was brought about by the invasion of mainland Greece by the Dorians in 1200 BC. This is the act of inspecting the soldiers before and after each battle. Today, we still observe this military tradition to signify the common trust between the troops and their commander. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor, Coast Guard Admiral Artemio M. Abu, Philippine Coast Guard, Commandant, Philippine Coast Guard.
The regimental commander orders the colors to proceed to the center for the awarding ceremony. May we request everyone to rise for the honors to the nation. Thank you. You may now be seated. May we request the Lady of the Honorary to join her husband for the awarding ceremony. Headquarters, Philippine Military Academy, Fort General Gregorio H. Del Pilar, Baguio City. Dated 16 September 2023. The Outstanding PMA Alumnus Award, Ulirang Alumnus ng Akademya, pursuant to HPMA Standard Operating Procedure Number 11. Dated 10 June 2015. The Outstanding PMA Alumnus Award is hereby presented to Coast Guard Admiral Artemio M. Abu, Officer Dash 10909, Philippine Coast Guard, PMA Tanglaw Diwa Class of 1992. In recognition of his distinguished service in various fields of endeavors and designations, and as the Commandant, Philippine Coast Guard. This milestone in his brilliant career is a testimony of his exceptional leadership and dedication that brought honor to his proud alma mater. Given the 16th day of September at the headquarters, Philippine Military Academy, Fort General Gregorio H. Del Pilar, Baguio City. Signed, Erwin S. Tolentino, Lieutenant General, Philippine Army, Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy. Please be seated. The regimental commander orders the court to pass in review. Ladies and gentlemen, passing in review before you is the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, led by the Regimental Commander, Cadet First Captain Joshua Adrian Gonzalez from Polomolok, South Cotabato with his staff. Kyle Hamchawan from Ifugao, Ethan Jasen from Baguio City, Andre Romero from Quezon City, Robert Incal from Makati City, Janet Elumba from Surigao del Norte, Lancelot Reyeg from Albay, and Antoinette Gabayan from Davao City. The Philippine Military Academy Band under the baton of Seaman First Class Erwin D. Magos, Philippine Navy. Excellence Battalion Commander Martin Alberto from Parañaque City with his staff, Ferdy Vergara from Rizal, Remar Amotan from North Cotabato, Nelson Vasquez from Zamboanga del Sur, Carl Yaban from Kalinga, and Joseph Gapus from Nueva Vizcaya. Alpha Company Commander Jade Tyrus from Misamis Occidental with his staff, Ronald Aka from Misamis Oriental, Amica Claire Casis from Nueva Ecija, and Jacob Manalo from Zambales. First Platoon Leader Miguel Rojas from Taguig. Second Platoon Leader Lance Espino from Antique, with a Company First Sergeant Roncher Bernabe from Cagayan. Bravo Company Commander Jeffrey Abarcar from Davao del Sur with his staff, Jericho Bodilla from La Union, Kendrick Corpus from Benguet, and Jamon Garpa from Tarlac. First Platoon Leader Christopher Francisco from Zamboanga. Second Platoon Leader Christian Adunza from Rizal with a Company First Sergeant Kian Peñaflor from Cavite. Chivalry Battalion Commander Vincent Verdera from Batangas with his staff, H.L. Jr. from Surigao del Norte, Eric Nicdao from Pampanga, Zedrix Malabad from Isabela, Alex Acueza from Albay, and Jan Varona from Cebu. Charlie Company Commander Rolando Edra from Isabela with his staff, Jonare Apirin from Albay, Miguel Abisames from Zambales, and Althea Padilla from Benguet. First Platoon Leader Chin Gobole from Bacolod. Second Platoon Leader R.G. Pakibot from Zamboanga del Norte with a Company First Sergeant Kenneth Aurelio from Camarines Sur. Delta Company Commander Jeffron Frondozo from South Cotabato with his staff, Yakovic Lasang from Nueva Ecija, Rowan Importante from Batangas, and Jericho Lipura from Cebu City. First Platoon Leader June Ramirez from Negros Occidental. Second Platoon Leader Dakila Obias from Marikina City with a Company First Sergeant Josh Parangao from Pampanga. As the colors pass in front of you, we request everyone to rise and render the appropriate courtesy. You may sit down after the colors have passed. Ladies and gentlemen, the colors, led by its color officer, Cadet First Class Rico James Vargas from Nueva Ecija.
Humility Battalion Commander Jake Mautio from Mountain Province with his staff, Peter Camisura from Cavite, Justin Abrasaldo from Bulacan, Crispin Solomon from Nueva Ecija, Sam Gloria from Baguio City, and Philip Santander from Davao City. Echo Company Commander Einstein Basungit from Mountain Province with his staff, Neil Arandas from Laguna, Wendell Sumpay from Camarines Norte, and Pike Pomida from Bulacan. First Platoon Leader Vicente Blanco from Quezon City. Second Platoon Leader Audrey Siran from Baguio City with their Company First Sergeant Jefferson Montoya from Batangas. Foxtrot Company Commander Leo Papagayo from Ilocos Sur with his staff, Jester Mendoza from Cavite, Heinz Ugas from Taguig, and Jasper Igor from Tuguegarao. First Platoon Leader Ironel Pakit from Pagadian City. Second Platoon Leader Nera Taburaza from Digos City with their Company First Sergeant Jess Briones from Aurora. Dignity Battalion Commander Jubileo Valente from Baguio City with his staff, Angelo Arambolo from Sorsogon, Brent Divinagracia from North Cotabato, Junjun Cancitas from Hulusulu, Mary Biligan from Laguna, and Desilan Egsan from Benguet. Golf Company Commander Ben Abihuela from Albay with his staff, Julius Papauran from Samar, Ian De Leon from Mindoro Oriental, and Rafael Solarta from Taguig City. 1st Platoon Leader, Cedric Naconas from Cotabato. 2nd Platoon Leader, Sam Abulencia from Baguio City. With their company 1st Sergeant, Vincent Boborol from Taguig City. Hawk Company Commander, Justin Job Cañete Canama from Liloan, Cebu. With their company staff, Ronnie Duaza from La Union, Aristotel Apalisok from North Cotabato, and Kevin Lilo from Batangas. 1st Platoon Leader, Jerry Dulawan from Ifugao. 2nd Platoon Leader, Rodel Menchavez from Zamboanga, with their company 1st Sergeant, Andre Escoto from Aurora.
That concludes this morning's ceremony. We appreciate your visit to PMA. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas.
Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.